Buying a brand new home, it sounds simple. You just walk into a beautiful model home, choose a floor plan that you love, you sign some paperwork, and then you just wait on your keys. But new construction can actually be one of the most complicated ways to purchase a home, especially because a lot of times you don't even know what to look for. I've seen buyers miss out on thousands of dollars in incentives. I've seen buyers underestimate their monthly payment. And I've seen buyers just skip important inspections or choose the wrong community simply because nobody explained the process to them. They did not know what to do or what to look for before they started. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 of the biggest mistakes that I see buyers make when purchasing new construction and what you should do instead. Hi, I'm Raveen Stinson, a Metro Atlanta Realtor with LPC Realty, and I specialize in helping first-time buyers, relocating families, and new construction buyers understand their options. I help them to move throughout the process with grace and confidence. On this channel, I share home tours, Metro Atlanta community information, builder incentives, and practical advice to help you make smarter real estate decisions. So, if you're planning to purchase a home in the Metro Atlanta area, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, and let's get into it. So mistake number one is visiting the model home before speaking with your realtor. A lot of buyers assume that they can tour the community first and then just bring an agent in later on into the process, and that's honestly not quite how it works. Builder registration policies vary. Some builders require your agent to accompany you or at least be identified during your very first visit. Once you register on your own, it may be very difficult or honestly sometimes impossible for your agent to represent you in the transaction if they weren't there on that initial visit. This is important because the sales agents that work in these model homes work for the builder. They do not work for you. So that doesn't mean that they're necessarily doing anything wrong, but they're doing their job. Their job is to represent the builder's interests, explain the builder's homes, and sell the builder's inventory, and honestly to keep money in the builder's pocket. Your realtor's role is different. Your agent can help you compare communities, review numbers, ask questions that you may not think to ask about incentives, evaluate location, and help you to understand the contract and the timelines. Also, your agent will help you to make sure that you know what you're agreeing to before you sign on that dotted line. So before you visit a new construction community, contact your agent first. Even if you're just curious and you don't even think that you can actually buy yet, it's better to understand the registration policy before you walk through the door. Mistake number 2, falling in love with the model home. We all fall in love with that model home. The second mistake is assuming that the home you're buying will look exactly like the model home. Model homes are designed to make you fall in love. They usually include upgrades. The floors are upgraded, the countertops, the lighting, the paint. They have accent walls, premium appliances, game day patios. Maybe they finished the basement, and just structural options that actually are not included in that base price. That beautiful kitchen you're standing in may have tens of thousands of dollars worth of upgrades. That oversized primary bedroom may be part of an extended floor plan option. That covered back patio is definitely going to cost you extra sometimes. And then honestly, just even the furniture placement can make rooms appear larger than they may actually feel once you put your own furniture inside. So when you're touring the model home, ask the on-site representative to clearly explain what is standard, what is an upgrade. You should also ask, can you see a home that doesn't have all the bells and whistles so you can at least kind of see what you're getting. It'll give you more of a realistic idea of the home that you would actually be purchasing. So don't just ask, how much is this floor plan? Ask, how much would it cost to build this home with the exact features that I'm looking at right now? Mistake number 3. The third mistake is only comparing the list price of home. The purchase price matters, but it doesn't tell you the entire story. 2 homes can have the exact same price and completely different monthly payments. You also have to consider the interest rate, down payment, property taxes, mortgage insurance, and HOA dues. You also want to see if there's any special financing being offered. For example, one builder may reduce the purchase price by $10,000. But another builder may keep the same price but offer a lower interest rate. Now, depending on your loan amount and how long you plan to stay in your home, that lower interest rate could potentially save you more each month than the actual price reduction. You should also ask about property taxes, because depending on the county or the city, the taxes will vary, so the price will look different. Some buyers look at the taxes on an empty lot or on the home before it was actually fully assessed as well. That number may not reflect what the property taxes will be once that home is actually completed and assessed at its full value. So you need to understand the estimated total monthly payment, not just the mortgage principal and insurance. So that means asking for an estimate that includes principal and interest, property taxes, mortgage insurance if it applies, and what are those HOA dues? The right question isn't only what is the home price. The better question is, what will this home realistically cost me every month? Mistake number 4 is seeing a low advertised interest rate and assuming that every buyer automatically qualifies for it. Builder financing advertisements can be very attractive, but there are usually specific terms and conditions attached. The offer may only apply to certain homes. It may require the use of the builder's preferred lender and closing attorney, which oftentimes it does. It may require a particular loan amount or a loan program like FHA, conventional, a specific down payment, credit score, debt to income ratio, or even closing date. The advertised rate could also be temporary, require discount points, or it could be an adjustable rate mortgage instead of a fixed rate, which we call an ARM. So that doesn't mean that it's a bad offer. It just means you need to understand exactly what is being offered. So ask these questions. Is this a fixed rate or is it an adjustable rate? How long is this rate available? Which homes qualify? Is there a required closing date, which oftentimes it is 30 to 45 days out? Are there any points or fees associated with this rate? And then you want to ask about the credit requirement and income qualifications. Most importantly, what would my estimated payment and cash to close be based on my situation? Because everyone's situation is different. Never build your entire home search around a rate shown in the advertisement until you actually speak with the lender to see what you personally qualify for. Honestly, you shouldn't even be looking at homes until you see what you qualify for. Mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is either automatically using the builder's lender without comparing or automatically rejecting their lender. The preferred lender may provide valuable incentives like money towards closing costs, a lower interest rate like we talked about. They oftentimes have special financing program or down payment assistance programs that are not available with another lender. But you still need to review the full loan estimate. You want to compare the rates, the fees, the discount points, and how much money would be required at closing. Also look at those monthly payments and total cost of the loan. A large closing cost credit sounds great, but you need to know whether that loan has a higher rate or any additional fees. On the other hand, an outside lender may have a slightly lower rate, but it could cause you to lose significant builder contributions. The goal is not to choose a lender just based on one number. The goal is to compare the entire financial package. I personally recommend talking to both lenders using the same purchase price, down payment, loan type, and closing date. That gives you a clear comparison. You should understand exactly what you gain and what you could be giving up with each option. Mistake number 6 is skipping the independent inspections. Mistake number 6 is believing that a brand new home doesn't need an inspection, because this is definitely not true. New construction does not automatically mean perfect construction. Homes are built by people. You have multiple contractors, you have subcontractors, you have a lot of people that can be working on this property throughout the building process. An independent home inspector may identify issues involving plumbing, electrical issues, roofing problems, insulation, HVAC. I've seen problems with the doors or the windows, appliances. Depending on the construction timeline and your specific contract, inspections can be completed at different stages. Some buyers order a pre-drywall inspection before the walls are closed in. Other buyers just get a complete final inspection shortly before closing. Some buyers also schedule an additional inspection before the builder's warranty period expires, which is typically around 1 year after you close on your home. The available inspection opportunities, they do depend on the builder, the contract, and the stage of construction. So you want to discuss this very early in the process. You should also understand that a county inspection is not the same as hiring your own private inspector. The local inspection from the county is just a process to review code and compliance. Your private inspector is reviewing your home from your perspective as a future homeowner. Even if the builder does provide a warranty, it's still better to identify concerns very early, really as early as possible. A warranty is helpful, don't get me wrong, but of course, who wouldn't want to discover problems early, especially if they're preventable, as opposed to after you've already moved in? Mistake number 7. The 7th mistake is focusing so much on the house that you forget to research the community. The floor plan may be perfect, but you also need to understand where you're buying your home. Ask how many homes will eventually be built. Find out whether there are going to be any future developments in the area. Is this community in the early phase, or is it close to being completed? Ask about future amenities and HOA fees, rental restrictions, and you want to know, are there any additional fees or rules you should know about? You should also ask about what's being built around the neighborhood. You want to see about vacant land nearby. Are there any new roads coming? Any new developments, apartments, schools, any commercial projects planned? Another thing you really want to take into consideration is how will your commute look during the hours that you'll actually be driving. How far are the grocery stores and hospitals? You want to see about the places that you go regularly. If you're relocating, don't choose an area based only on what someone online calls the perfect or best place to live. The right area honestly just depends on your lifestyle, your budget, your commute, and really just what matters to you. You're not just purchasing a floor plan, you're choosing a community and a location that will ultimately affect your daily life. Now, a bonus mistake is not understanding timelines. So I want to add one bonus mistake. That is assuming that the estimated completion date that's on that contract is guaranteed. Because with construction, timelines can change. You have weather that comes into play, labor availability, permits. Sometimes you have material delays. All of this can affect when a home is completed. If you're currently renting, selling another property, or relocating for work, you need to have a flexible plan. Ask the builder how frequently you'll receive construction updates. That is very important. Find out when your lender will need updated financial documents. Avoid making major financial changes while the home is being built. That means you should not open any new credit cards, finance any furniture, go purchase a new vehicle, change jobs, any of that without speaking to your lender. You also don't want to move any large amounts of money without talking to your lender and having documentation. Your lender may verify your credit, employment, and debt again right before closing. The house may be brand new, but the financing rules still apply throughout the entire process. So, let's quickly recap the biggest mistakes. Number 1, visiting the model home before speaking with your realtor. Number 2, assuming the model home represents the base price. Number 3, looking only at the purchase price instead of the total monthly payment. Number 4, assuming every buyer qualifies for that advertised rate. Number 5, failing to compare the full lender package. Number 6 is skipping the inspection. Number 7, ignoring future developments. And the bonus mistake, not preparing for possible delays. If you're thinking about buying a new construction home in the metro Atlanta area, I have created a free new construction buyer checklist to help you prepare before you visit your first community. It includes important information to ask, items to compare, and steps to take before you sign a contract. You can download it using the link in the description below. And if you would like help finding a new construction home, whether that's a townhome or a single family home, I help buyers at all price points throughout the metro Atlanta area. My contact information is also in the description. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your notification bell because I'll be sharing more community tours, builder updates, and educational videos to help you buy with confidence. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.